Good day, the kings and queens of the land. My name is Mngoni Mkhonto. The ANC postponed the disciplinary hearing of President Jacob Zuma. Remember, the ANC initially said they wouldn't sit down President Zuma for disciplinary hearing because he's already taken his side. So he's a member of another organization which is contesting the ANC, and they will never waste their time to discipline such people who are outside their structures. Time goes and a little bit of change in the tone in the General Secretary of the ANC, Fikile Mbalula, and other members of the senior members of the ANC talking about disciplining, acknowledging the fact that President Zuma is still a member of the ANC, and that they will discipline him. So the date has been set. It was set down for next week, Tuesday, because of the situation, because they never, like these people, the white people are disparate. Let's remember, when we talk about the ANC, we are talking about the white people, because the ANC of Cyril Ramaphosa has been bought. It's official. Nobody doesn't know that the ANC of Cyril Ramaphosa is bought by white people. It's owned by white people. It's controlled by white people. So whatever happens in the ANC of Cyril Ramaphosa comes from white people. Cyril Ramaphosa has been bought. The comrades in the ANC have been bought. Even the propaganda media stations do not deny that fact. They agree. Even Cyril Ramaphosa himself agreed that he's been bought. So whatever happens in the ANC comes from white people. So this shows the confusion that white people has about President Zuma. They thought they were just going to call President Zuma and they will just go there and appear and they will score just a little victory for themselves, because they have been losing cases from left, right, center in the courts of South Africa, because there's nothing to charge President Zuma with. So when the MK members announced that they were gonna be pandomen, what is this English? Pandemonium, the English words. Pandemonium. That's the word I wanted. Sometimes I forget this English word. They realized that it's going to be pandemonium in Little House, because Jacob Zuma is going to appear there with his members. And after the hearing, President Zuma will set up a stage outside and address his members, which will also include the members of the ANC. They will see them standing in front of President Zuma, listening to President Zuma. They say they are postponing the hearing to after the disciplinary hearing to after the election, which was their stance before. After acknowledging that President Zuma, they said they were not gonna give him a time to use ANC to campaign. But by the look of things, it is very difficult for any of them to campaign without mentioning the name of President Zuma. Everybody who is campaigning for the ANC, every senior person, have to try and discredit President Zuma. So the MK party were going to be at Luthuli House. The ANC members wearing ANC regalia as well were going to be in Luthuli House. They were all going to be addressed by President Zuma. Cyril Ramaphosa was going to look like a stupid person. It was going to be obvious that the ANC has lost everything. The whole of Alexandra was going to be in Litula House. The whole of Tembisa, the whole of Joburg was going to be in Lutula House. Pandemonium was going to, people will be singing outside there. Wenzeni Zuma. They will be singing that song, Wenzeni Zuma. The people who don't know what does this song mean, Wenzeni Zuma, it means what did Zuma did? What did Zuma do to deserve all of this? And the question is asked to the people who control the propaganda. I was actually very skeptical about it because I viewed it as an assassination attempt by the white people, because for some strange reasons they changed their mind and they say they wanted President Zuma to appear on the disciplinary hearing before the election, which they said they were never gonna do because it will give more attention to President Zuma and the MK party. But all of a sudden they wanted they did not mind to give him the attention. All of a sudden they did not mind to give him the attention. So that was a little bit concerning for me. What is their plan? If they are not worried about giving him the attention, there should be a plan behind, and I think it was an assassination attempt. Chemical weapons are used. They can use chemical weapons. They can put chemicals in the seat which you are going to sit and poison you. So I was just skeptical. So President Zuma declares that he's going there. When President Zuma declares that he's going to the disciplinary hearing, I relaxed because President Zuma is a highly intelligent man who runs things with a well-informed position, who runs his organization from a well-informed position. Those who undermine him, or those who think President Zuma is not clever enough, they will learn very soon, because President Zuma, whatever action he takes is very calculated. So when he decided to go there, then I started to relax. I thought, let's see what will happen in but the ANC had now backtracked. They decided to take President Zuma to a disciplinary hearing after the election, which actually makes sense. But I was reading an article, I think it's News 24, where President Zuma says he's looking into the letter and he's looking into legal advice for the letter, because he still wants to attend the disciplinary hearing which the ANC called him to attend. Of course, I agree with President Zuma. The members of MK party have already been organized by the ANC or by the white people to come to the house. If President Zuma does not show up there, he loses in terms of his campaign. President Zuma was going to set up a stage in front of Lutuli House and campaign against the ANC in front of Fikile Mbalula and in front of Ramaphosa at the doorstep of the doorsteps of the ANC headquarters. The whole of townships surrounding Johannesburg was going to be at Lutuli House. The two-third majority that President Zuma is talking about, the world was going to see by the people who would be there. President Zuma is going to win the two-third majority. The MK party will win the two-third majority. The white people wouldn't be so threatened about him. They wouldn't be looking at what happened now. I would still term it an assassination, a failed assassination attempt, in my understanding, because I still don't find any reasoning why the ANC had decided to call President Zuma to the disciplinary hearing. So I would call this a failed assassination attempt by the ANC. It means that our ancestors are again protecting President Zuma. Those who have doubts that President Zuma has been anointed by the ancestors of Africa, those who have the spirits, those who have been killed by white people, raised through President Zuma to fight the system. So anyone who's got doubts about that can relax, because this is happening. People can see what is happening. The following of MK party, it's massive on the ground. Everybody knows that MK party is going to win the two-third majority that they want. The only thing is the IEC and the rest of them will not allow MK party to lead, because they know what it means. They may as well go to war, but that will not be allowed to happen. But in reality, the MK party will win the two-third majority. I thank you for your attention.